So I took a trip to Toronto to pick up my 2020 Dodge Challenger White Body Shaker Gold Rush 50th anniversary to Miami. That's it right there. So we finally make it to Miami. This is the view from Sunny Isles Beach. Right away, we hit the Dunkin' Donuts. This is where we had parked our car. I don't know if you can see it right there. Then we took a trip to Fort Lauderdale. You can't see Miami if you don't go out on the water. It's completely different view, beautiful feeling, away from all the craziness. Then throughout this whole trip, we were talking about cybersecurity. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a very successful, somewhat successful, I guess, fully bootstrapped cybersecurity monitoring company. And anyway, while we were talking about it, we're at the airport, and then my friend says, "You know what? I would love to launch my own. Can you help me?" And I said, "Well, it takes you about 7 days to get the whole thing online, right?" So it's like, "Okay, what should I name it?" I'm like, "Well, his name is Raymond Cohen. Why don't we just call it Cohen CyberX?" We're not very creative. So we came up with that name. And this is me kind of talking about it. And this is us taking off from Miami International Airport to Guarulhos. Now, throughout this whole trip, we're talking about all the benefits of cybersecurity and what we're doing to protect organizations, right, against cyber threats. So Raymond is getting to know what this is all about. So we landed in Guarulhos, then we rented a car, and we drove all the way to Seja Negra, which is very close to Aguas de Lindoya. We were at an event. It's a classic car show. And the same night when we go out for dinner, the logos were ready. I hired a designer to help us with the logos, presented us with three options, and Raymond picked one. CCX, we refer to it. So here we go. This is the logo that he picked. Nothing too fancy, but we stayed at this called Palace Hotel in this beautiful city called Seja Negra. This city has, it's just so beautiful, very intimate, very private. They haven't had an incident, I don't know, for 20, 30 years, according to one of the security guards. So this is the capital of Termo do Brasil, Águas de Lindoya, very famous for the waters. NASA had extracted some water from them and I think bottled them and shipped them to space. And this is my brother-in-law. We're at this antique car show. Of course, as soon as we walk in, he hands me his phone and says, "Kevin is out of battery. What do you do?" So I give him a battery bank and he hands me a beer. He's a hot rodder, rat rodder, awesome guy, British, came to Brazil when he was 4 years old. And here we are telling us the history of every car. So anyway, while we're doing some antique shopping, we came across this statue of Christ. This is not in Rio de Janeiro. This is in Aguas de Lindoya. Actually, there's a miniature version of it, but it's pretty high up on the mountain. Then a few cars along the way that caught my attention. These are it. And of course, the designer and the developers are working on the website as we speak. Here, I'm just going to keep you guys busy. This is the second day. This is the third day. Fourth day. And finally, at last, the website is launched. As you can see, but the domain name, of course, is not fully replicated yet. I have to configure the DNS settings, but he has online presence right now. At this point, we need to do integration to a backend SIM or security information and event management, and as well as 24/7 security operations center to make sure that we're running a successful cybersecurity monitoring company. But for now, he's fully launched online presence. Emails are set up. All the products and services are displayed right here on his website. As you can see, about us, contact us, resources, everything you need, labor, level 1, 2s, and 3s. You have professional services, technology, SIM, SOC, all of that stuff. So here we go. You see, not too shabby. In 7 days, we managed to launch the company. And of course, you can see his phone number is right there and address in Toronto. There you have it. This is how you launch a cybersecurity company in less than 7 days.